Alrighty guys, it's that time again to rank every match from a pay-per-view. This time it's WWE Survivor Series 2022 War Games, and perhaps these videos would be a bit better if I was actually ranking, a bit more enjoyable if I was actually ranking a pay-per-view that was good, if it had loads of good matches, loads of good stuff. Survivor Series, in my opinion, didn't really deliver that. It was a mixed bag. Only a 5-match show. And when over half the matches don't deliver, then you're in trouble. And I felt that's what happened here. So I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get straight into it. Coming in at number 5, I've got Ronda Rousey defending the SmackDown Women's Championship against Shotzi Blackheart. You can call her what you want. I'm going to call her Shitsy, because she's shit. She's not a good in-ring worker. In fact, she's pretty horrible. And I've actually noticed it until a few weeks ago. And I was paying attention to one of her matches, and just the way she moves and runs about the ring. And it finally dawned on me. I went, holy fuck, this chick ain't very good. You know, maybe the green hair represents fucking sick, because every time I watch her wrestle, I'm almost sick how bad she is. But yeah, for some reason they decided to give her a title match. Don't know why, don't really care. It'll probably be the last one she gets. It was a very, very botchy match, botched quite a lot of spots. I don't know why they booked her so dominant. It's like almost a 2-on-1 match at times. Did Shayna Baszler really need to help Ronda Rousey to beat this green-haired freak? I don't think so. Ronda wins with the armbar after the Piper's Pit, but not a good match, guys, overall. Moving on to match number 4. Actually tempted to put this one last, because at least the Ronda Rousey Shotzi match was a little bit entertaining with the botches involved. This AJ versus Finn Balor match coming in at number 4, this wasn't good. This was boring as fuck. It was a grudge match, and I simply did not care about this grudge. It was terrible. Couldn't pay me to rewatch this. The club and the Judgment Day early on in the match fight their way to the back, so we're just left with Finn Balor and AJ. AJ gets the win with a phenomenal forearm. Just lackluster. A very poor match in my opinion. Moving on to number 3, we had the women's war. I was about to say SmackDown War Games. No, we had the women's War Games match, and I'm a bit under the weather today, guys. So if I sound a bit shit, then that's why. If I sound like Shotzi Blackheart, that's why. But yeah, no, this match again, botch. Every time the women try and wrestle like men, you're guaranteed to get a botch-filled match. I don't need to see women's War Games or women's Hell in a Cell, women's Royal Rumble, women's Money in the Bank. That shit doesn't appeal to me. I just don't want to see it. I don't like to see it. See, when we're seeing Trish versus Lita in a steel cage match, I felt that match was worthy of a steel cage match, so it made sense. But nowadays they literally got all these special matches because, well, the men have them, so the women need them too. No, the women aren't as good as the men. When women fight, if you see women fight in real life, they'll normally hair drag, slap, or roll around the ground, because that's what women do. That's their default moves. Whereas men are fucking more physical, more athletic, more skilled, and they're more likely to do like fucking takedowns and shit like this, ground and pound. You don't see that for women. Fucking women's wrestling ain't that good, so let's stop trying to put it out as the same as the men. Let's stop trying to deliver on the same level as the men, because it's not going to happen. But yeah, this women's match came in at number 3. Becky Lynch gets the win, returning for her team. Big leg drop off the top of the steel cage through a table on Io Sky and Dakota. Okay, moving in at number 2, it was the United States Championship match, triple threat action. Now I've ranted on why Austin Theory winning this is an absolute mess. You can go and check that out in the review. I'm not going to rant on it here again. All I will say is I liked this match. This match was really good. Lots of spots, lots of good stuff with the 3 men getting involved to create like multi-person spots and angles and stuff like that. Enjoyable match, and it gave us a surprise winner too. So I don't really agree with the winner, or I don't really agree how the winner won their belt. Austin Theory wins the US belt after basically giving it up 6 months ago. So we've just, what have we accomplished with Theory the last 6 months? We've accomplished nothing. But I tell you what these guys accomplished. That was a good match, because I thought this was pretty decent. So yeah, and it could have been match of the night, but I am going to give number one spot to the men's War Game match. It was the Bloodline versus the Brawling Brutes, Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre. What I liked most about this match was, first of all, they didn't fucking do multiple botches like the women, but it still wasn't a great match. There was a spot where they done that club and blows, and all 5 of them did it at the same time, and I hate when they do that, like synchronized moves. Looks fake as fuck. But the storytelling towards the end with Sami Zayn Roman Reigns doubting his loyalty to the Bloodline. We had Jey-Uso misconnect with a super kick, and he took out Sami Zayn earlier in the match. So was Sami Zayn going to try and get retribution? Was Sami Zayn going to, team up with his old friend Kevin Owens? Where was his loyalty going to lay? Was it going to be with Kevin Owens? Was it going to be with the Bloodline? And then Sami Zayn at the end, low blows KO, throws him on the ground to allow Jey-Uso to come off, hit a splash, and get the win here in this War Games match. And the right-hand man, Jey-Uso, getting the win. So yeah, I like the storytelling. That's why I put this number 1. Overall, though, if I was just basing it on what match I thought was more exciting, what match I thought was just better quality, I would have probably gave it to the triple threat. But you add in the extra storytelling and, the dynamics of the Bloodline, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's relationship, Jey-Uso not trusting Sami Zayn, and now they embraced after the match. You add all that in, and I'll give this match tonight. So I'm ranking this number 1. So yeah, in order from 5th to 1st, from worst to best, I'm going with Ronda, Shotzi, AJ Balor, the women's War Games match, the United States triple threat match, and then the men's War Games match. Let me know down below, guys, your comments. Let me know how you ranked the match, and we'll be back on Fog Wrestling for more vids soon. But until then, peace.